The spiral continues. Ladies and gentlemen, it seems like after those two Toronto shows Kendrick did, anybody that was on the Drake cheerleading side is broken right now. Is broken. They spiraling 360, getting nauseous. Ladies and gentlemen, I've said this before. If Maul or Diddy says something about Drake, get a second opinion. At this point, I think they're getting fed bad information on purpose. So let's go back. Speaking of these Toronto shows, these Canada shows, let's go back to OVO Maul's awful take about this show. And this is just one of many awful takes.
YouTube.
He is collecting awful Drake takes like Infinity Stones.
Get ready. You know what to do,
Chicks smooth.
Hey,
I don't know
Smooth,
if it's
appreciate all the coverage that you've been
Shout out to Chicks too.
doing. I've been watching your shit for a while.
I
I
don't know
just
who's
subscribed to
feeding
your
this bad
shit too, bro.
information, but
Oh,
keep
nah,
doing it.
this is all bad, you guys. The internet does not forget. If
No.
you got a bad take, best believe it will remember. Right now, Maul from the Rory and Maul podcast is currently getting cooked. It's no secret that Maul is OVO Maul. We've known this for a while now, but during the beat...
It's funny because when DJ Head was up there too, one of the funniest things he said was like, "You're just so glazy." Like, what is? You remember when he was breaking them down? Like, bro, you're just. He said biased, but he goes, "You're just so weird." Maul and Akadidi are so biased that they've damaged their credibility forever. Like, they're so biased that anything that sounds like positive news for Drake or negative news for Kendrick, they're going to jump on. That's why I'm starting to feel like people are feeding them bad information, because if you look at Maul and Akadidi throughout this entire thing, right? Before this battle, their credibility was better than after. At this point, they're becoming memes. Like, Maul and Akadidi's awful takes are like becoming memes. And after this one, like, I just watched the internet torch. Maul could say the sky is blue tomorrow, and people are gonna be like, "All right, man, we need a second opinion on that. Go outside and check."
Beef between Drake and Kendrick.
Why y'all
Maul
do
had
this
one
to
of
yourselves?
the wildest takes ever. Now, before I play this clip for
this
you
take
guys, this is
aged.
why you gotta be unbiased. I get it, Drake is your mans, so you gotta ride for him. But if you got a platform, especially a big podcast platform like Rory and Maul, you gotta be a little bit more responsible, because fans will get on your ass when you're wrong. Here's what Maul said last year.
Drake booking a show at Crypto.
Of course.
Selling it out.
For sure.
People enjoying it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if Kendrick is booking a show at the Scotiabank.
Ooh. Ooh. Here's the crazy part too. This take let me also know Maul is not as okay. Maul does this thing where he leans on the fact that, you know, his brother was so attached to Rockefeller, and like he gives music takes and takes about artistry and being in the industry. And I think sometimes, since he was on the Joe Budden podcast, though, people kind of just take it like, oh, he must know what he's talking. Maul don't be knowing what he's talking about. Like, Maul, you might as well just ask any random person who has never been involved in the industry in any level. For him to think Kendrick Lamar couldn't do that, just lets you, but besides the battle or nothing, it just lets you know Maul is not educated like that on the size of Kendrick Lamar, which means he's not that educated in hip-hop like that. The two biggest artists are Drake and Kendrick Lamar, even before this beef. So I don't know why this was a dumb take. This was a clearly jumping out the window with the glaze put the battery in his back and he jumped out the window because, like, bro, like, I'm going to say right now, I don't like nothing Drake's doing. Drake is anti-hip-hop with these lawsuits. Drake's a cornball for these lawsuits. But for me to not think Drake, if someone could tell me, I don't know if he's going to sell out a stadium or something like that, but if he did, I wouldn't be, like, surprised. I wouldn't be like, I don't think it could happen. It's impossible. Like, bro, these guys are big enough. It's the same thing with Cole. It's like, stop, nigga. Like,
Arena.
And then, like, Kendrick is 1A and 1B. This is
and people not showing up to just boo him.
Oh my God. What a childish take. Ma really thinks this shit is like Pokemon, like TDE is Team Rocket. Like, what? You thought people were gonna come to a stadium show to boo him?
Like, I don't think Drake gets booed in LA at the crypto at his show. I can 100% see
He
Kendrick
won't come
getting
to
booed all
LA.
night at a Scotiabank Arena show.
Why, Mo? Why do you do this to yourself, bro? Why do you volunteer to look like a clown? Like, why do you do that?
It's no secret that Toronto loves Drake. I would never debate that, and I think there's a large group of people that would buy tickets to go boo Kendrick Lamar.
See,
I
the
agree with you there,
difference is-
but you also have to think that Kendrick Lamar, for the last decade, has built a pretty substantial Toronto market.
No,
Thank
I'm
you.
not.
Canada market
You
as
missed
is
it.
that are just
It's also stupid for Rory to think, but he does that kind of conceding stuff even when I feel like he knows better. Like, you thinking that a sum of people will buy tickets to boo a nigga, like at stadium, or even if they do, that it would be enough people that anybody would notice, is goofy. Like, that's just like, y'all got way too caught up into this battle, like into this beef. Y'all done lost yourselves in this battle, because I would never even say that about Drake. Like, I wouldn't say like, what? Like, I wouldn't assume if Drake did a show in LA, there'd be a mass people coming in and boo. If it happened, I wouldn't be surprised, but that would be my initial thought. Like,
Kendrick
what kind
Lamar
of
fans.
Disney
You
Channel
want to go
show you think this is? What kind of Mighty Ducks episode do y'all think this is, man? They really think this is Scorpion versus Sub-Zero, nigga? Like,
see him
All right,
perform.
you missing what I'm saying. Okay, so let me explain
what
like
do
this.
y'all
I
think
think
this
that
is?
Drake will do a show in LA, while people in LA may not. They'll boo him, but I think it'll be a lot of people there that will definitely support Drake. I don't think I could say the same as far as Kendrick going to Toronto.
What? So you believe Drake could do it, but you couldn't believe? I'd be more inclined to think Drake is staying out of LA and doing international shows. I'd be more inclined to say Drake don't want no smoke even coming to LA. It's not because of the show. It might be everything that comes around that. You know what I mean? Because I'm gonna tell you right now, the block gonna be hot for that nigga regardless. Like, it's gonna be hot. Like, I went to the pop-up, bro. The energy in there was like, if a nigga like Academic, someone would have walked in, some random person would have hit him over the head with something. Like, it would have been bad. But it's like, I don't think if Drake successfully gets to his show, it's gonna be a million people. Boo! Boo! Like, what? Y'all, bro, grow up, y'all. Like, that's not how that shit work, bro. Like, they really thought people were gonna spend hard-earned money.
I think everybody that goes to a Kendrick show in Toronto is going there strictly to try to ruin his show.
Oh my God. Nah, Chigs, you cooked this edit. You cooked these edits. Oh my God. Bro, more, y'all are.
What?
And boo him. I think so.
Who said what?
I think there would be people that would do that, but not at the,
Drake is the biggest export out of Canada, probably.
Hey, somebody check on Maul, nigga. Somebody check on Maul right now. That's why you when you glaze like this, you start taking L's on the behalf of somebody else. Now you're taking this L for Drake. Now you're tied in with this sold out, Kendrick's the new king of Toronto, the 6. Now you just volunteered to jump in the way and get hit with the train with Drake. So, like, congratulations.
Tim
you
Hortons
played
would like a
yourself.
word.
Well, second. Maybe third. The Maple Leafs is probably.
Yeah.
But after that, Kendrick is not the
Wayne
third.
Gretzky,
Kendrick is
Jim
not the,
Carrey.
Kendrick is not the third biggest export out of LA.
Beeves, bro.
Ooh,
Like
like bad. It's bad because Kendrick sold out Canada in the venue that Drake has never. This might be the worst take of this entire battle. I think the top 5 worst takes of this entire battle of the last year and a half has been from Maul and Academics. On whatever's the worst, you could put a compilation together of the most head-ass takes these niggas have had.
Kendrick is,
Seth Rogen.
Kendrick
This
is not the
take was
third
so
biggest
bad,
export
I
out
can
of
never
LA.
look at Maul.
He's not.
Yeah, cocaine is.
I can never look at what Maul says as credible anymore because this was so stupid. I didn't even peep this when this was going on in real time. I would have said this was stupid in real time. But also Rory, I can't trust Rory when he's around Maul because that nigga gonna concede to some stupid shit and then
I'm
say
just
some
saying he's
intelligent
not.
shit.
So
afterwards.
I think that this is where this is interesting, because I do think if Drake announced a show in crypto right now, it sells out. In
I think
10
you're
minutes.
just underestimating the
Ooh, this is bad.
amount of just regular rap fans that would want to go see a Kendrick Lamar show.
All
'Cause
Maul
at this
does
point
is
now we're arguing who
underestimate
would buy the
That's
tickets
all he
quicker
does,
because it's
bro.
selling out regardless.
Of course.
But which group is going to sell it out is really the debate, I guess, at this point. Because there's a large group of people.
Let's see it. Both of you niggas book a show. Kendrick, book a show in Toronto. Drake, book a show at the Crypto. And let's goddamn see what happens. Fuck it. Give it to us. Let's see it.
I don't even like the way you're wording it.
Why?
Now you're baiting people. See, I told you had the knife.
No, I want to see it.
Snitching. Oh, you good, bro?
I want to. No, I really want to see. I really want to see if I'm willing.
Joe was right about this, nigga. Joe Budden was right about this. Nigga. Just go back and hear some of the stuff that Joe. Not everything. Maul was right about a lot of stuff he said about Joe too. But I ain't gonna lie to you. When it comes to the overallness, I might be on Joe Budden's side of their firing now. I don't like how he did it and letting them see their contracts. That's hypocritical. But I ain't gonna lie to you. Cutting off, detaching yourself from this nigga might have been the best thing he could have done.
I just want to.
It might have been.
Like, prove me wrong.
But look at Joe now. Joe is still winning, and he's not the subject of the internet making him look like an idiot right now.
I just think that
he has
a show
been.
in Toronto right now for Kendrick is different from a show in LA for Drake.
Oof.
I think it's different. I think the response.
Yeah, oh no,
I think it's.
I don't disagree with you there that it is different. But
Oof.
I just think you're underestimating how many Kendrick fans are in the greater
Rory
Toronto
go
area.
concede to some
Kendrick
dumb shit.
is
No,
one of the
no, it's different. I know it's different because, Kendrick hasn't been going to Toronto and doing shows before. It's different because this battle. Let me just pretend like I don't know how this was. Let me pretend it's the first battle I've ever seen in hip-hop before. Let me act like Drake didn't go to Philly during the Meek Mill. Let me pretend this is the first battle I've ever seen. Like, what, nigga? This isn't Tupac and Biggie, man. Like, what are y'all talking about? And even during Tupac and Biggie, it wasn't the niggas in the party that it was niggas outside. Like, so Big was getting love in LA too. He was just in LA for way too long and was doing some silly shit. But it's like, come on, man. At a show?
Biggest
That's what y'all
rapper
thought?
that we've ever had. I get that.
That's
but
what y'all
I just think
thought.
that this is very different when you talk about having to go to Toronto versus
It's
having
not.
to go to LA.
It's not.
Especially when you talk about the star power of Drake versus the star power of Kendrick.
Yeah, and that's another thing too, is Maul was just glazing Drake this whole. He really, the problem with the entire OVO side of things, the reason why they lose every day, bro, it's 24 hours is going to be a new L from one of these niggas. Every 24 hours, nigga, or 48 at max. For some reason, they wanted to push this narrative like Kendrick Lamar was an underground rapper. They wanted to push this narrative like Kendrick Lamar has never outsold Drake on a project. They wanted to push this thing like Kendrick was uploading his albums on live mixtapes or some shit. Like, what? Why were y'all doing the star power of Drake? And Kendrick just started rapping yesterday, so what? This is the nigga that performed with Prince? And y'all question star power? Yo, you're stupid. I forgot. This battle allowed a lot of people to just knock IQ points off of just knock IQ points right off. Because it's just like, bro, you believed this? Like you, and Rory, I don't know, Rory scared him off. Like, Rory, you don't believe this either, bro. You're trying to be like, nigga, you're underestimated. This is a really dumb take. I don't think Kendrick's been going to Toronto. But then every time you go, well, yeah, no, I do think that it's like you're trying to coddle his stupid take, but it's like, no, nigga. Nobody's about to go into a stadium show. What you think they're performing at some speakeasies, nigga? Like,
I get it.
I just think Toronto, I just think Canada just holds it differently than LA holds.
Maul, my brother, please, no more Drake takes for the rest of 2025. Matter of fact, no more Drake takes until 2060. At some point, you gotta understand that the fans are looking at you crazy, brother. Not only this,
it's not, I promise you, Maul, whatever you're battling, whatever you're fighting, it's not worth your credibility. You guys keep losing this, because after this battle ends, you're gonna need your credibility as a podcaster. You're going to, bro. And I'm telling you right now, this is hurting you on the long run. Drake is not even paying you niggas, bro. Mr. Red Button, like that. You notice how when Maul said there was a red button, a bomb on, all it was negative. Negative feedback. Like, y'all, if I'm Drake, I'm like, Yo, you and Akadidi, please stop talking about me, bro. Every time y'all open your mouth, I lose points, nigga. Like, shut
Did
up,
Toronto
bro.
show so much love to Kendrick last night? The second he touched down in Toronto, the whole entire city was on their knees for him. They laid out the red carpet for
New
him.
whole
He was
king,
moving
man.
well with security. The fans out there couldn't wait for Kendrick to get there. And as a
Lord.
matter of fact, he sold out a stadium that was way bigger than Scotiabank. At
Oh
some
my
point,
God.
Rory got to pull more to the side and tell
That's
him,
what
"Bro,
I'm saying.
enough."
Rory, you gotta, like, I feel like Rory be knowing more than Maul, but he lets Maul say dumb shit because Mauls are kind of intimidating. I've literally seen, in the only reason I'm saying, I'm not trying to act like Rory's bitch, but that debate was, when I saw how Rory was acting to Maul's, I went, oh yeah, there's some intimidation there. There's an intimidation factor there. I saw this nigga say something, Maul said, what? And then this nigga, Rory, changed what he said. And that's like, bro,
Enough
Rory,
talking about Drake. Enough of
have the
these
confidence.
conversations about Drake and Kendrick. I get it that we're going viral, but it's making us lose credibility. When people buy tickets to concerts, 9 times out of 10, they're fans of the artist. They're not going to be spending their
forgot
goddamn
that?
hard-earned money just to go boo somebody. We saw this when Drake went to Philly while he was beefing with Meek.
Thank you, Chase. Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like Rory and Maul. Rory gets like stupider when he's around Maul, and it's just like, really. So how y'all have been in hip hop for too long to act like some middle schoolers who this is the first time you've seen a rap battle. Y'all have like what are y'all talking about, bro? Like what are you talking about, my nigga?
Meek, yes.
This isn't Pusha T going to like because y'all thought. Man.
Meek was very big in Philly, but it doesn't matter. When people are buying tickets to come see you,
Especially
they're
an
going there to
arena
go
show,
support you.
bro.
Everybody in Philly showed so much love to Drake. The whole city came out for him. That should have been an indication to you that, hey, just because it's a rap battle going on between two artists doesn't mean it translates to hate in real life.
Y'all just been on the internet for too long. Rory, it's crazy seeing Rory and Maul turn into internet niggas. Like, wow.